everybody, it's just gone 10:30 and I just got done watching 1967's The Graduate, starring Dustin Hoffman, Anne Bancroft and Catherine Ross. This one I've only seen like once before, but it's one of those films that it doesn't matter if you've never seen it. It has been so, it's become such a kind of part of pop culture. It's referenced so much, and even the end scene is parodied so often in so many different things, even something like, say, The Simpsons or whatnot. But anyway, basically, Dustin Hoffman plays Benjamin Braddock, who's just returns after graduating from his college, and he kind of gets tricked into having an affair with Mrs. Robinson, who's married to his father's work partner. So anyway, they have this kind of very taboo affair and that, and he's all very awkward and shy and like but also but the thing is then her daughter comes back from school, and even though they knew each other as kids, they haven't seen each other since, Benjamin and the daughter Elaine, and he falls for her, and he wants to be with her and that, except then she finds out about the affair and everything. And in the meantime, because he's left college, Benjamin's feeling very lost. He doesn't know what to do with his life, and he doesn't know what his future holds, etc. So a lot of the cinematography kind of focuses on that, and there's some beautiful shots of like him in like some scuba gear, and there's this like point of view shot, and all you can hear, there's complete silence, there's all these people surround him and that, and all he can hear is just like his heavy breathing in the suit. And that's just such a symbolic kind of shot. And it's just, this film is a lot of that, a lot of beautiful shots that are very symbolic of, you know, loneliness and confusion, and just that feeling of everybody like looking to you for what you want to do, etc. And as somebody who went to college and kind of left and kind of felt like that, and felt like my skills couldn't be put to use, I can kind of understand that. So but yeah, no, this, even though this is it's a very 60s movie, but some of it, there's some of even the simple things like the reactions and that give you a little bit of a giggle. I mean, there's this bit where Benjamin's kissing Mrs. Robinson for the first time, and she's just kind of stood there like looking off to the side and that, and it's just like, it's that kind of thing. It's got a brilliant soundtrack by Simon and Garfunkel. My only problem with it is, as I said before in the Bobby review, I mean, I love Simon and Garfunkel anyway, but I find very haunting Sound of Silence. The thing is this movie starts with the Sound of Silence, it then plays again about 15 minutes in or so, and then it ends the movie. It kind of bookends the movie, and it feels right at the end, but I didn't necessarily feel like those two times at the start. The worst song that commits this crime, though, is Scarborough Fair, which plays 3 times in close succession. Now, I love Scarborough Fair, it's a beautiful little song, but there was no need for it to play that many times in such a short block. So that actually would be my only problem with this movie, even though there are times where it gets a bit slow and there's these very lazy shots of kind of Dustin Hoffman laying in the pool, or just looking down longingly and trying to figure out his life and that. Those shots feel necessary to show this kind of just listless kind of lost phase that he's going through. I get that, but like I said, my only problem is that those songs playing. But otherwise, this is well edited, well acted. If you're not a fan of movies that do, I mean, like I say, this feels like a 60s movie. You can tell, but I wouldn't say it's dated. I mean, you've got to take into account that obviously there are a lot of taboo subjects for the time. That nudity is played with, and I mean, we're talking about a story about a guy sleeping with an older woman, an older married woman, more to the point, and stuff like that. I've just remembered I have lied. My only other problem with this movie is, so Ben then wants to marry Elaine, and literally within, like, there was a day when he went out, the evening when he first went out with her, and then he said he'd meet her up the following day for a drive, but that was when she found out about the affair with her mother. And I don't think they had anything to do with each other afterwards, because she went back to school and was avoiding him and stuff. And yet she has no issue with his question of marriage. Now, again, I know it was a different time, but it just seems really awkward that it's like this, literally they've known each other, aside from their childhood. They know nothing as adults. Now, I know that then kind of plays into the very final shot when you see them get onto the bus and they're kind of smiling, and then you see their smiles fall. I guess, as real life kind of seeps back in, I kind of get that. The ending I don't have an issue with like other people, but I just had an issue with this whole like 2-day thing where all of a sudden they want to get married. I don't know, it just bugged me. But like you say, you have probably seen so many versions of this movie over the years. You probably know the story, even if you haven't seen it. And if that's the case, I do highly recommend that you check out the original source. I haven't read the book that this is based on, so I can't. I've heard that it is very close to the book. If you get a chance, please do check out. It's a brilliant movie and brilliant cast. 1967's The Graduate. That was tonight's movie. Interested to see what comes tomorrow. But for now, this is Sketch, signing out.